Hello, my dear champions. I welcome you all to today's session on cultivating loyal customers. Let's together first understand what is customer loyalty. That we all know about, that customers exhibit customer loyalty by consistently choosing to purchase a certain product or brand over other obvious options available in the marketplace. This loyal behavior comes from a feeling of allegiance with a brand where they feel connected, they feel related, relevant, they feel valued. With that, and whenever they feel all of that, there's a strong customer loyalty that develops, and we see the impacts of that. Also, let's understand what is the importance of customer loyalty. Now, we have been in some or the other way been a part of being on the customer loyalty receiving end and the customer loyalty providing end. So we would have customers around us who would be loyal to us, and we are loyal customers to certain brands around us or certain service provider around us. So what is the importance of a customer loyalty? Customer loyalty impacts virtually every aspect of company performance, ranging from profits, ranging from the entire market penetration, going to customer satisfaction, going to development of new products or features or offers basis understanding of the customers, and also talking about how well they grow in their own performance over the years. So customer loyalty impacts every aspect of company performance. It also impacts how employees or people who are part of the organization feel being with there. So when the customer loyalty is high for an organization, the employees naturally feel much more satisfied, much more happy, much more content when they are working for an organization which makes customers happy. So it's a win-win thing. And that is why it's something brands need to concern themselves with in the utmost criticality. And a lot of brands focus a lot on that. Now, what does a loyal customer do for your brand? Let's quickly understand. So it seems that they do a lot. And the first thing that they do is that they become advocates for your brand. They are the people who make forward the good reviews and the good experiences that they had with your brand to others, which organically would not have been possible, or which in the natural sense would not have been possible, because probably we do not have that penetration or that scope of reaching out to those people. But when we have loyal customers, the scope of expansion enhances many folds. Also, loyal customers are more understanding. So in case there is something not going right, they'll be the most understanding one. So they'll forgive you and stay with you as long as you deal with the issues in the right way. So even if something goes wrong, but you deal with it right away, they have an understanding that yes, even if there is a problem, yes, I trust this brand and they will solve it, even if there is a delay. So they have that trust strongly established. And the third is that loyal customers know your brand. So they are perfectly placed to provide key feedback. And we're not just talking about positive feedback, we're talking about the constructive or the improvisation scope being shared as well, right? So when we have loyal customers, they are loyal in spite of everything. So the good things are there, but there always are the scopes of improvement, and they are loyal customers because they understand that I'm connected with a brand which not only focuses on making the customers happy, but also acknowledging the suggestions that the customer is offering to the brand and working on them. And therefore, they feel more valued. And those are key areas where we can actually see how important having a lot of loyal customers is for a brand, because they, in a way, act as catalyst to make ourselves move forward, and in turn help them move forward as well and give them better and better services and products. So in today's session, champions, we are going to understand 3 basic steps to cultivate loyal customers. There are many initiatives which are taken by an organization, but these initiatives don't really mean anything unless we at the ground level are contributing to each of these initiatives. So in today's session, we are going to talk about what a lot of organizations have done worldwide, and let's see how we can also replicate the same for our organization. If that sounds like a deal, give me a thumbs up then. Cool. All right. So now let's focus on the first organization here. And when we look at this picture, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, right? We don't really look at the design or the color or the size of the shoe. We look at the signature swoosh first, the Nike logo. And that's what makes the shoe special. Nike has managed to stay a favorite among its customers over many, many years. So, and today one can find Nike's loyal customers all over the globe, right? And what's the key factor behind such popularity of the brand is a good question. Now, what makes the customers go back again and again to get Nike shoes, apparel, accessories, etc.? Let's find out. From the time when Nike began making shoes, its primary focus has always been communication with the customers. Now, no matter what they do, no matter what they make sure that they communicate with their customers all over the world. Now, today they don't just have loyal customers, they have fans, right? And the company has managed to stay updated and always in touch with its customers. And Nike has a huge social media following as well and a huge customer base that not only stays associated with them for their products, but also because they love what the brand stands for and the idea that they represent. And therefore, this entire information that we have just got gets us to the first learning of the day, which is communicate with your customers. Frequent communication with your customers keeps you fresh in their minds and lets you pass along important information. What happens is that out of sight, out of mind. So if you keep appearing in front of your customers, they remember you. That's so natural and so obvious. Now, what we can do is what organizations generally do that take time to set up a database with contact information, email address, mailing addresses, phone numbers, and then you can send friendly reminders, birthday greetings, or a monthly newsletter. And social media is another great way to communicate with your customers on an almost daily basis. Now, that's what happens on the customer, on the organization level. On an individual level, what we can do is communicate with your customers, whoever you are connected with. So whoever is in your network, so all those customers who are in your network, they visit your branches, they come to your office, they meet you, or they speak to you, or you know that, yes, they have, you and them are connected in some or the other professional way. Communicate with them, keep them informed, be present in their memory. That is what this is all about. And when you do that, people feel valued, they feel connected. And when they feel connected, they have greater desire to be loyal. So when I think of taking a service, say I need to take a mobile connection, all right? And I know that all the networks work fairly well in the area that I am. So it's a tough choice for me because which one do I go for? Because all are equally good. Now, I know that there is one network provider, say ABC, who's been sending me offers and newsletters and all of those things on a regular basis. Why I remember him is because, or why I remember this service provider is because I keep remembering getting emails or messages or WhatsApp from them, right? So when I think about a service provider, or I have a choice, or I come at a crossroad where I have to choose, the first option that comes to my mind is the person or is the service provider that has established a connect with me, that has established a consistent connect with me. And that will be the first person. And I'll reach out first to them because I feel more connected with them. I see that they have taken efforts to stay connected with me, even when I was not giving them any business, or I had given them a business and they've just kept on they've just been in touch with me. So being in touch is what is important. And in today's world, we can't really meet each and every person, also considering the pandemic situation. So what is important is keep and stay connected with the people through various communication channels. Your organization does have a lot of already established processes for that. What we need to do is comply to them and adhere to them and follow those processes, because they will in turn not just cultivate loyal customers, but you will also feel connected with all your customers. Sounds like a deal? Give me a thumbs up. Cool. Now, let's move on to the second one. McDonald's, a very, very popular brand. And McDonald's has been a leader in the fast food industry for many decades. Over the years, it has earned many loyal customers. And when asked why these customers prefer McDonald's over any other fast food chain, they say it's the service. It's a great service that they provide that keeps pulling their customers back to them. So whenever you enter any of their outlets, you are greeted with a smile, your order is taken down meticulously, and you get your food at the blink of an eye. And this is what McDonald's has always stood for. They don't just provide great burgers and ice creams. They provide a warm and comfortable place to eat for their customers. And this little information that we have brings us to our second learning for the day, champions. Provide great customer service. One survey showed that 51% of customers ended their relationship with a business because they were unhappy with the service that they were receiving. Customers remember when they are treated well, and they remember when they are treated poorly. In either case, they'll tell their friends and family. And that can either mean more business for us or lost business opportunities. So what is important is provide great customer service, and providing great customer service at each and every touch point. At each and every touch point where we can have a scope of giving a great customer service. Don't restrict it just to, customers visiting our offices or just taking our services. It's everywhere. It's the touch points are such minute things or such minute opportunities of creating that delight feeling for them, right? And when we focus on that, of course, the magic happens, right? So providing great customer service on an individual level is all about thinking about your customers, giving them the respect that they deserve, greeting them with a smile. Even if we are speaking on the phone, customers can make out if we are smiling and speaking, or if we are just not happy and speaking. So be happy, keep smiling, be connected, listen to them, and be very proactive and be very, very responsive. So what customer services also mean is not just giving them, a happy feeling, but also when things don't go right way, you keep them informed and you keep them proactively responded, right? So if there's a commitment that was to be done, didn't happen, proactively call them and tell them there's a delay. So all these small little things, champions, that we have experienced or we have learned over the years, it's all about making them happen, doing them consistently, doing them with a lot of passion. And when that happens, great customer service is the end result. So I hope this point really proved useful to you. Give me a thumbs up for them. All right, great. Now let's move on our focus to one other interesting and very, very popular brand. Right, Apple. Now, Apple has some of the most loyal fans out there, right? And customers go to great lengths to prove just how much they love the company, with bumper stickers, tattoos, and intense arguments in favor of all the products. Interestingly, recently, neuroscientists scanned the brains of Apple fans and learned that the same part of the brain that lights up when religious people think about their deity is activated when these customers think about their beloved products. How does Apple do that? Right? It's crazy. Now, what they do is that they give their customers a reason to be loyal to them. They don't just make products and sell them. They have created a small community of fans and loyal customers who keep coming back to them. They make sure they do everything right before they launch new products. They do ads that cultivate curiosity. They give their loyal customers a special peek at their products, and they host events to focus on the grandeur of their product. This makes them hold on to their customers as they feel important and a part of one huge Apple family. What can we learn from Apple is give customers a reason to be loyal. Customers need a reason to stay loyal to your brand. That reason could be anything, from your unique products to your service offering to your witty social media handles, could be anything. All that they need is something that makes them feel happy and content to come back to your brand again. Many companies go to great lengths to keep their customers happy and give them a reason to stick around. You must find your uniqueness and make sure your customers know about it too. And if you offer a service or a product that your customers think is the best for them, they'll be completely devoted with a passion that can't be taught, right? And on an individual level, what can we do is give them that unique flavor of us. All of us are unique in our own way, right? And if we can give a flavor of our own uniqueness to the customers, the way we manage them, the way we speak to them, the way we handle our conversations with them, right? And the way we help them in their situation. So if they share with us what their situation is, or maybe what their problem situation is, and we help them understand it much better, understand it in totality, and then offer a solution, of course they'll be much more connected, much more satisfied, much more, they will feel much more valued, because you've not just offered them a ready-made product, but you have made them understand why this product is for them or why the service is from them. And with your uniqueness, with your personality, with the way you are connecting with them, you can create that uniqueness, and people can have then a reason to be loyal to you, to stick on to you as a service provider. Make sense? Right. So now this is something that we need to individually find out about ourselves. In what way can we create that uniqueness? Because people look forward to that. We love variety. It's one of the emotional hot buttons, right? So when we talk about emotional hot buttons, there's 6 of them, and variety is one of them. And we are looking forward to variety. We don't want things to be boring or mundane. We want variety. So when we want a service provider, they are really, we are really more interested in interacting with a service provider who has got unique and a variety of ways to manage a situation, right? And I feel happy, right? Now, this is what makes people stay connected. This is what makes people feel happy to be connected. It's all about creating that happiness to be connected. All experiences that happen, if they eventually give them happiness to be connected, if they feel it's been worthy of staying connected with this brand, they will stay connected. And that experience, that entire end result is, of course, is a consolidation of the good experiences as well as how the bad experiences have been managed. So champions, it is important to make a balance of both. Give them, of course, our whole intention is to give them good experience. But if something doesn't turn right, it's about managing that as well beautifully well, because at the end of it, they will say, if they get an opportunity to say, they'll say good things happen in a good way and not so good things were managed in the most beautiful way. That is what creates a loyal customer. So champions, with this, let's move forward and let's have a quick summary of 3 basic steps to cultivate loyal customers. The first idea that we learned today was communicate with your customers, keep them informed, keep them connected. The second is provide great customer service. In whatever way, on an individual, on a team level, on an organization level, in whatever way, in whatever scope, we can provide that great customer service to people, and on every possible touch point of customer service, it creates much more magic, much more connectedness. And the third idea that we learned was to give customers a reason to be loyal. Give them a feeling that they are valued. Give them a feeling that even if things don't go right, they will be handled well. They will be managed well. The entire experience will not be a bad one. It will indeed be a good one in spite of everything. Give them a reason to hang on to you. Give them a reason to be happy being connected with you. Give them a reason to understand and feel that, yes, it was worthy staying connected with this brand. And with this, champions, I must congratulate you. You are all set to win with these ideas to create that amazing customer loyalty. And your friends at Gurukul are waiting to hear from you. How do you plan to apply these learnings? So do write to them at gurukul.hdfcbank@gmail.com with a photo or a short video of 30 seconds to them, and of course in formal attire. And if your entries are selected at the best ones, they will be featured on our world. So all the very best champions, do write to them and get featured on our world. And if you wish to go on more such learning joyrides with us, you're most welcome to connect with us. My name is Yasha from Star Consulting, and I'll be happy to connect with you over LinkedIn. That's how my LinkedIn page looks like. And With this, I want to wish you all the very best in creating that amazing, amazing customer loyalty with all the amazing customers that you have around you. Trust me, champions, when we have loyal customers around us, we feel so delighted. So, wish you all the very best for creating that delight, not just for customers, but for yourself as well. Thank you, champions. Namaste.